Hi, my name is Katie, and for my Culminating Leadership project, I knew I wanted to do something with animals. While developing my project at Alzar, I decided I wanted to bring a therapy dog to my school's campus around exam time to help relieve stress. I thought this was the perfect idea because high stress levels were something I saw in my community that I wanted to change, and it was something I could personally relate to. So, to begin my project, I gathered an action team to help get perspectives on my ideas and to learn more about what members of my school community thought would be helpful to have at my event. Next, I reached out to a few organizations to ask if they were willing to come to my school's campus for my event. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get any dogs through specific organizations, but a member of my action team reached out to a friend with a therapy dog and they agreed to come. This was great news, so I immediately reached out to set a date to meet the dog. I met with Joy, the therapy dog, and her handler, Mark. Mark was so helpful in teaching me about the process of getting a therapy dog certified and what types of work Mark and Joy do. I interviewed to ask him a few questions. My first question is, what inspired you to get involved in pet therapy?
Actually, it was, I'll try to make this as short as possible. So I had been doing volunteer work after my normal work hours in the DC area. But once I got a dog, with the dog being at home all day, I didn't want to sort of go out after work and do more volunteer work and then leave the dog at home even more. So when I discovered about pet therapy program, I thought, well, this is great because now I can take the dog out after work and do volunteer work, and I'm not leaving the dog at home. The dog is coming and volunteering with me. So it was literally that.
Yeah.
I was able to continue to do like a social outreach type volunteering, and now that I had a dog, I'll leave the dog at home.
Yeah. After meeting Mark and Joy, I began working on an informational pamphlet that had quick tips for stress relief, as well as ways dogs can relieve stress. I made these pamphlets because I thought they were a great reminder people could keep during exam time to get some inspiration on how to deal with their stress. Finally, the day of my event arrived. I set up a table in a high-traffic area at my school so people passing by could stop and meet Joy. I put out treats like cookies and cupcakes and also my pamphlets and my poster, and of course Joy was waiting nearby. People soon began showing up to meet her. The crowd got bigger and bigger, and I couldn't believe how many people were there. Some people stayed for a few minutes while others stayed much longer. I invited everyone to grab a treat and a pamphlet as they left. I think in total around 50 people showed up, and I think this was a great number for the first kind of event at my school like this. Overall, I thought my event was a huge success and was really happy with the impact Joy made on my school community. There were mostly kids from the upper school, but also a few from the middle school and even some teachers. Many students asked Mark questions about Joy and therapy dogs and what kind of work they do. For some people, I could really tell the impact Joy had on them, and it was such a rewarding feeling. I hope to host a similar event to this next exam season in the spring and again in the winter next year, because the impact it had on my classmates is something very important to me, and I hope exams are just a little bit less stressful this year for them.